coldest city on Earth. Life in Yakutsk, far from the world's busiest cities. Beyond familiar roads and ordinary seasons, there is a place where winter is not just a time of year, it is a way of life. This is Yakutsk, widely known as the coldest city on Earth. Located in the remote eastern region of Russia. Deep in Siberia, Yakutsk is a city where temperatures routinely fall below -40 degrees Celsius, and where human survival itself feels like a daily triumph. This is not a story about cold alone. It is a story about endurance, adaptation, culture, and the quiet strength of people who have learned to live where nature shows no mercy. Where the cold defines EVR-wide, Yakutsk sits on continuous permafrost, ground that has remained frozen for thousands of years. In winter, temperatures can drop to -50 or even -60 degrees Celsius. At those levels, exposed skin can freeze in minutes. Breathing feels sharp and heavy, as if the air itself resists entering your lungs. Cars cannot be turned off for long periods, or their engines will freeze solid. Metal becomes brittle. Eyelashes freeze together. Phones shut down in seconds. Sound travels differently in the extreme cold, creating an eerie silence across the city. Yet Yakutsk is not an abandoned outpost. It is home to hundreds of thousands of people who wake up, go to work, raise families, and live ordinary lives under extraordinary conditions. A city built on frozen gear, one because the soil never fully thaws. Buildings in Yakutsk cannot be constructed like those in warmer climates. Instead of traditional foundations, structures are raised on concrete or steel stilts. This prevents heat from buildings from melting the permafrost beneath them, which would cause the ground to shift and collapse. Pipes carrying water and sewage cannot be buried underground. Instead, they run above ground in thickly insulated corridors. These frozen pipelines are a visible reminder that the city is in constant negotiation with nature. Roads crack and deform as temperatures fluctuate. Repairs are constant. Construction is slow, expensive, and challenging. Every aspect of urban planning must respect the cold or suffer the consequences daily life. At -44, residents of Yakutsk, winter routines are precise and deliberate. Clothing is not about style. It is about survival. People wear layers of fur-lined coats, insulated boots, thick gloves, scarves, and hats that leave only the eyes exposed. Children still attend school. Though classes may be canceled when temperatures drop below certain thresholds, work continues. Shops remain open. Life does not stop, it adapts. Stepping outside requires preparation. A short walk can become dangerous without proper protection. People move quickly, conserving heat, avoiding unnecessary exposure. Conversations are brief. Smiles are hidden behind scarves, and yet for locals, this is normal. Food tradition. In SURVAL, the extreme cold has shaped not only architecture and routines, but also diet and culture. Traditional foods are rich in fat and protein, designed to provide energy and warmth. Frozen fish and meat are common, sometimes eaten raw, sliced thin while still frozen solid. Markets sell fish so frozen they stand upright like wooden boards. There is no need for freezers, nature provides one year round. Milk, fruits, and even bread freeze almost instantly outdoors. These foods are not just tradition. They are survival tools passed down through generations. The people of the Sioldim, many residents of Yakutsk, belong to the Saka people. It's also known as Yakuts, an indigenous group with a deep connection to this harsh land. Long before modern buildings and technology, they learned how to survive here through reindeer herding, hunting. In seasonal migration, their culture is rich in storytelling, music, and spiritual traditions tied to nature. Despite centuries of outside influence, these customs remain strong. Festivals celebrating the return of the sun after the long winter are among the most important events of the year. In a place where darkness dominates for months, light becomes sacred. Darkness, light, and Tian winter in Yakutsk is not only cold, but dark. Days are short. The sun hangs low on the horizon, offering little warmth or brightness. For some, the long winter brings emotional challenges, fatigue, isolation, and seasonal depression. But when summer finally arrives, it does so dramatically. Temperatures can rise above 30 degrees Celsius. Days stretch endlessly, with sunlight lasting nearly 24 hours. The frozen ground softens slightly, rivers thaw, and the city bursts into life. This extreme contrast between seasons defines the rhythm of existence. The Lena River, a frozen HIGHWY flowing beside the city, is the Lena River, one of the longest rivers in the world. In summer, it serves as a vital transportation route. In winter, it freezes completely, transforming into a massive ice highway. Cars, trucks, and even heavy machinery drive across its frozen surface. Temporary roads are marked and maintained, connecting Yakutsk to surrounding regions that would otherwise be inaccessible. The frozen river becomes a symbol of adaptation, turning an obstacle into a lifeline. Modern life in an extreme PLA side despite its isolation. Yakutsk is a modern city. It has universities, theaters, museums, and research centers. Scientists study permafrost, climate change, and ancient remains preserved in ice for tens of thousands of years. The region is famous for discoveries of frozen mammoths. Their bodies so well preserved that fur, skin, and even organs remain intact. These findings provide rare insights into prehistoric life. Technology exists here, but it must constantly fight the cold. Internet cables, electronics, and machinery require special protection. Nothing is taken for granted. Why people SDA? One question often asked by outsiders is simple: why live here at all? The answers vary. Some were born here and cannot imagine leaving. Others stay for work, research, or family. Many feel a deep emotional bond to the land, a sense of pride in surviving where few others could. Living in Yakutsk builds resilience. It teaches patience, preparation, and respect for forces beyond human control. The cold becomes a teacher, harsh, unforgiving, but honest. The silent strength of Yakutsk does not advertise itself with glamour or comfort. It does not promise ease. What it offers instead is a powerful lesson in human adaptability. Here, life continues against the odds. Children laugh in the snow. Families gather around warm meals. Workers brave the cold each morning. Culture survives. Hope survives. In the coldest city on earth, warmth is not found in the air, but in the people who endure it together. And as the frozen breath rises into the pale winter sky, Yakutsk stands as proof that even in the most extreme conditions, humanity finds a way to live, adapt, and endure.